Hi, this is Chance, also known as the Computer Wizard. Welcome to my video about how to remove malware and viruses from your computer without spending a penny. I'm beginning with a product called MCSoft Emergency Kit. You should be able to search on Google and find it, and you'll need to install it, but that doesn't take very long. Being able to search and being able to install something are the only skills you'll need to follow this video. What you'll notice is I went into the custom scan in MCSoft. The rest of the settings are fine. I just want to make sure that it scans every file on your hard drive. While the quick scan in MCSoft is usually fine for a computer that is that seems not to be infected, I'm trying to be as thorough as possible here. So with all of these scans, I'm setting them to scan every file on the computer just to be as thorough and secure as possible. Okay, the scan will also take a lot longer than that. I just skipped to the end because I didn't want this video to be 5 hours long. You will need a few hours to do all these scans if you want to make sure that your computer is clean. Okay, so the MCSoft scan is done. I usually like to check those boxes telling it not to bother me with irrelevant information again. The next product I use is called Malware. It's also an excellent free anti-malware program. Malware is spyware, adware, anything that's malicious other than viruses. Malware is also available for Mac, so if you're working on a computer that it's a Mac that doesn't have Windows, you can still use Malware. And in fact, I found some infections on my boss's computer recently, and it's an iMac. I'm using the custom scan again so that I can set it to scan the entire C drive, that's the hard drive. And once again, I'll be skipping from the beginning of the scan to the end because of how long it takes. You can expect each of these scans to take 45 minutes to an hour, sometimes longer, depending on how many files are on your computer and how old or how fast it is, basically meaning how new versus old it might be, and to some extent how expensive it was. Sometimes each scan can take upwards of an hour, so you'll need to be patient. You can leave them running and come back and check them later. This one should be done fairly soon. What I normally do is I'll scan with MCSoft, I'll scan with Malware. If I find nothing with either one, then I just move on to the virus scan, which I'll be doing at the end. But imagine that we did find something on this computer, which is my computer and has really no infections on it. Unfortunately, I didn't have access to an infected computer to make this video with, so I had to use mine. So at the end of each of these scans, imagine that it did find something. So imagine I did find some spyware in MCSoft and Malware and I removed it. Then I would move on to Super Anti-Spyware, which I think of as my big guns. Its scan takes a bit longer, but it will find traces of stuff that the first two scans didn't find. There is unfortunately no one program that can find everything, which is why I rely on making multiple scans with multiple different malware and virus programs, because each one has its own definitions and each one excels at finding certain things and may miss certain other things. So all told, we're going to be doing 4 scans here, plus some immunization. While I'm running Super Anti-Spyware, I'm starting with the immunization from Spybot Search and Destroy. Spybot is the first anti-spyware program that was ever developed and released commercially, although for a while it was just free. And although it does have a scan, which I'll show you later, what I like the most about it is its immunization function, which blocks out thousands of sites that are known to be unsafe that may try to infect your computer. What this means is that once you've immunized with Spybot and can continue to do it on a regular basis, even if you accidentally go to one of those sites, it just won't load. It'll refuse to load, and so it won't be able to infect you with anything. Okay, the Super Anti-Spyware scan is all done. Spybot also has the ability to scan for certain things. It has a pretty large database, but usually after I've scanned with 3 other products, it doesn't find much. I'm just scanning with it to do one final scan just to be thorough. And then I'll move on to the antivirus. This is what Spybot's scan looks like. There's no custom option, there's just one option for it, so you just tell it to scan the whole computer and you wait for it. And like the other scans, I'll be skipping ahead because it took me, I think, about 45 minutes for this one, so I didn't want to make you have to sit through all that and find a way to fill it all up with audio. Okay, so this didn't find much. I'm still going to be saying fix selected because that's normally what you should do at the end of any of these scans. Okay, so as you'll see, that little red box with a white umbrella in it, that's Avira. That's my free antivirus. I've been using it for many years. I've been pretty happy with it. I'll come back to that. Spyware Blaster is similar to Spybot, except that it doesn't scan. All that it does is block out unsafe sites. If you're using Spybot and Spyware Blaster together, you can rest assured that upwards of 90% of sites that are malicious should be blocked, at least ones that are known. So getting back to the antivirus, I have Avira on here because it's one I've been using for a long time and I found it to be reliable. However, many people are going to have something like Norton or McAfee or Trend Micro. These are well-known antiviruses, but they may not detect as many viruses as some of the free ones out there. So the website that I learned about this from originally is called AV Comparatives. They do independent reviews of all the antiviruses, and if you look at this is a test from the end of 2019 comparing everything for the whole year, you'll see that the top antiviruses here are Bitdefender, Kaspersky, and Avast. Avira did pretty well, but it didn't get a gold award for the test in the middle. So if I was going to try to be as secure as possible, I would want to switch to one of the free ones that is at the top of that list. A little more information about why they won is listed here. So either Avast or Bitdefender would be a great choice. And Avast is also available for Mac, so if you ever need it on a Mac, you can install it there. But since I have Avira right now, I'm just going to do a scan with it, telling it to do a full scan, which is similar to the custom scan in the other scanners. I would strongly recommend switching to something like either Kaspersky, Bitdefender, or Avast, or possibly Avira, because otherwise you may not find all the viruses on the computer, and that's the goal.